Good morning vlog! We are now here at Royal Enfield Bulacan. I visited this place to finally have my oil change for its 6,000 kilometers. Actually, it will be its first year PMS by next month, February. I know that I haven't been riding much lately, but anyway, just a short vlog here to answer maybe some of the questions that you guys might have. First is, what oil do I use or what oil do I prefer to use in my Royal Enfield Continental GT? And then the second question of how much does it cost here in the Philippines to have your Royal Enfield GT650 service, PMS. To those who don't know yet, the Royal Enfield GT650, the Interceptor, and then the Continental GT, they both are supposed to be using fully synthetic oil. So of course that is more expensive than a mineral and a semi-synthetic oil, and the required grade is a 10W50. Alright guys, so as you can see here, it's 6,000 plus kilometers total for almost the 1 year of owning the bike. Like I said, not much riding, but what can we do? Alright, so the last PMS that I had done, this oil has been running for 3,000 kilometers. Based on my short experience with the Royal Enfield and the several oils that I have tried to use with it, I find the Lucas 10W50 or 20W50 to be my personal preference as of now. The engine is operating at a much cooler temperature, and then the shifting of the gears is much more battery smooth on the Lucas as compared to the Moto that I used the last time. So I went here because out of the service centers of Royal Enfield near me, so that's Quezon City and Mandaluyong, they don't have the Lucas. But here in Bulacan, they have Lucas. So, you know, mini road trip then. Let me show you quickly what they have here in Royal Enfield Bulacan. Just a very quick tour of the showroom here in Bulacan. The GT, Interceptor, Himalayan. I think it's a pretty cool showroom here. Coating lines. There. Then over here they have more bikes. Cool. Limited edition 500. Oh, this is cool. Classic 500 Trials. Rare. Major rare. Of course, you also have here the Meteor Classic 500. I think it's the limited edition. This is like their waiting area or customer's lounge now, while we're waiting for the bike to be serviced. So I'm actually the only one here today. Not a lot of people are having PMS because actually it's a Saturday, so usually weekends, Saturday, Sunday, usually people go for a ride. So that's what I did. I went for a ride from Makati to here. Then maybe if everything turns out well, maybe I'll head somewhere more north to find coffee. Alright, so quick update. The bike is now inside the service center. They've checked, and I think just a basic service that needs to be done. So that's the change oil, change of the oil filter, drain plug, then brake cleaning, re-lubrication of the throttle cables and the clutch cable. I also asked them to check how's my spark plug doing. So since the GT Twins, they only use a regular spark plug and not iridium spark plug, so they're cheap. I might change them. But they have here is Bosch. Actually, I'm thinking of using NGK in the future, but I don't know. Let's see. They also sell here DNA air filters, the Stage 2 kit. I'm actually not yet sure whether to use DNA or KNN or Moto Wings for the air filter, but maybe I'll update you if I ever change my mind and use an air filter for a different vlog. If you guys are living in the Philippines and you haven't visited this Royal Enfield Bulacan Service Center, actually it's very accessible, guys. There's the NLEX, right? North Luzon Expressway. And then when you exit the NLEX, it's just right here in the corner. It's a very accessible place to visit if you want to, have a quick ride if you're from the Manila. And maybe, like I said, after the service is done here, maybe I'll go somewhere north. I'm not sure yet where to go. Somewhere north, Pampanga, or hopefully not Baguio. Don't have the clothes. Just had a sneak peek of the bike. It's almost done. I'm just sharing my thoughts here now. Usually, I can't recall exactly on the manual of the Royal Enfield on when you should change the oil. I think it's 10,000 kilometers or maybe 5,000. But anyway, personally, on my bikes, I usually change the oil every 2,500 up to 3,500 kilometers. To some, it may still be kind of fresh, the oil. But for me, I think this is just my thoughts about it. Motorcycles, unlike cars, they usually rev up much higher. So I think the engine is more used, if not abused. So I really think that changing the oil more frequently is gonna, somehow prolong the life of the engine. And besides, at 3,000 kilometers or 3,500 kilometers, I can already start to feel that the transmission is not getting as smooth as it was before. So which is why I change oil on my bikes, all of my bikes in the past, except smaller displacement. So I usually change them every 2,500 up to 3,500 kilometers. Because unlike cars, the oil for the engine is the same oil that lubes the transmission of the bike, right? So I think it's more sensitive in that way. Me personally, I don't really care much about the months. It's more of the miles that I use the bike. How about you? Leave down in the comment section, guys. Every when do you change the oil of your bike? And what oil are you using? Or which oil do you prefer? Here comes the technician from the test ride. Let's see what he has to say. I hope everything is fine. I hope everything is well. Ta-dun, ta-dun, ta-dun. Approve? Approve. Again, greetings from the Philippines. If you guys are watching and you're in the Philippines, feel free to subscribe and visit here. Royal Enfield Bulacan. Approve? Approve. Approve. Alright, just a habit that I like to do after every oil change of my bikes. I like to reset the odometer for trip A. So I get to monitor how much mileage that particular oil has been running, right? So trip B I usually use for my gasoline. So anyway, now we're going to pay. So later I'll show you to answer the question of how much does it cost to do a basic PMS. Again, what's only done was change oil, change filter, and then the other is labor fee for the service, and then adjustment of the brake pads, cleaning, etc. So let's check it out so I can finally share with you how much does it cost. Let's use this beautiful bike as a props. Alright, so the labor here for the PMS is 1,000 pesos. Filter, that's a Royal Enfield OEM original filter. That's 1,008 pesos. And this is the washer, 168. These are the oil. It uses 3 liters. So yeah. So that's the total, guys. For those who are asking, how much does it cost to do a basic PMS for the Royal Enfield Continental GT Twins? So there's your budget. Now I know that you can save a bit more on the labor if you do it outside. But here's the thing, guys. If you are under warranty, if you are still under warranty, I think you have to do the PMS service on the on the casa, so in-house, so not to void your warranty. Or if you do it by yourself, if you can do it by yourself, I think it will be much cheaper. But for me, I think paying the 1,000 pesos fee is kind of not so bad, I've had other motorcycle dealers charge much more expensive for that. So again, 1,000 pesos, kind of okay. So anyway, I think we're done here. If you guys enjoyed this short vlog, don't forget to leave a like. If you have any more questions, leave it in the comment below. And as always, if you guys haven't subscribed, feel free to subscribe, guys. Signing out for now, and see you on our next vlog. Hi guys! So, after around 80 kilometers of cruising around anywhere, nowhere, I finally had to go back home because the weather is starting to not be that supportive anymore. So anyway, just final thought, I guess, regarding the Lucas motorcycle oil. This would be the second time that I'm using this particular engine oil for this Royal Enfield Continental GT. The last change oil I used Motul. It's a fully synthetic also. I think it was 10W60. This particular one I'm holding is a 20W50. The one they use here, I think, is a 10W50. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that. But anyway, in my personal preference, so again, this might be just psychological, or as with any engine oil discussion, whichever is the best discussion. No? I would have to say that I prefer this one over the Motul that I used in the past, because first is the engine heat. I think this makes the engine run a bit more cooler, especially when you're stuck in traffic. And number two, the one that I really like about this one is how the transmission engages. It makes the gear shifting very smooth. The Motul, I felt it a bit clunky, especially from first gear into second gear. You really have to shift hard, or not really shift hard, but you really have to concentrate on shifting. Otherwise, it would not go into second gear, but into neutral instead. This, I really find the shifting to be very smooth and very silky-like. So, no, just personal preference. I like trying stuff out, So, maybe in the next change oil, I might try the Repsol 10W50, also fully synthetic. Or, I don't know, maybe I'll just stick with this one. But so far, for me, the best oil that I've tried for the Royal Enfield Continental GT is this Lucas. I think this one is made in the USA. I don't know. Anyway, just that. Bye-bye.